have Gospel of John 8, verses 32. He says, what are your opinions on the climate change weekly Earth Sabbath talk that has been going on?
There's
I
been, sorry.
yeah, no,
There's
go ahead.
been talk of like, a Sabbath, for a long time for different reasons. And I have heard, now, before it was like, people just need a family day, people just need a rest day. People now it's, climate change, the earth needs a Sabbath. And I don't see, I don't see how we can ignore this, that, there is this talk of, people, even for secular reasons, pushing, a Sabbath. And of course, if this is coming from the world, this is going to happen in a way that is not in alignment with God and his word, because, Satan is the prince of this world, and he's going to push something that's going to oppose God, because that's his point. Like, he is in rebellion against God. And so, we have to be careful that, we're keeping true to God's word and remembering what God says and obeying it, regardless of the consequences, that, we will serve and obey God, because he is our true king, no matter what. So,
yeah, so if I'm understanding, I think the context is that the Pope has put out this document called Laudato Si, and it says as part of it, understanding that this is what the internet says, that along the lines that Sunday, like the Jewish Sabbath, is meant to be a day which heals our relationships with God, and yeah, Sunday will play a role in helping climate change and all that. I mean, that's not something I've spent a lot of time to really worry about and concern myself with. Could that lead to something significant in the future? Who knows? But it's like kind of what we we're just talking about. The Pope isn't going to do things just in a vacuum. I am more concerned about what might all of Christianity, especially here in
it'll be a
America,
worldwide.
do. Yeah. What are we going to see happening here locally, and how is that going to affect future events? That's more what I'm especially watching and more concerned about. And I think they will look at it. I've always thought that it would not be much of a stretch to say, hey, how about we all pick a day in the world that we all rest, and what day of the week? Let's go Sunday. Why not Sunday? Because most of us are doing Sunday. Sunday fine with you? Okay, let's do Sunday. And it might start off innocently, but Christians overall more and more might start to really start enforcing it towards the end. And if you want to do Sabbath, oh, how dare you do Sabbath? You got to do Sunday. And they might, I believe, will pass anti-Sabbath laws, actually voiding the law of God.
There was a book a few years ago written called, I think it was called Sabbath World, where this woman wrote about, the world's need for a Sabbath. And the interviewer was like, but you're Jewish, and your Sabbath is on Saturday. And he's like, I'm a Christian, and my Sabbath is Sunday. He's like, and never the twain shall meet, basically. And she said, well, I would be willing to change to the first day of the week. And I said, wow, like that's, and that's the thing with compromise, is you can, basically, that's where it gets dangerous, when we start compromising again with the world. And, we have to keep our eyes focused on the truth, which is, of course, Jesus and his word. So